So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and select all of these tracks that are going to the main out. Of course, I'm leaving out the MIDI tracks. They're irrelevant at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and Option Shift to do to all selected. And then I'm going to send to a new track. So send my outputs. So output these to a new track. And this new track is going to be an auxiliary input track, and I'm going to name it sub or. As you can see, Pro Tools automatically routed all these tracks to a bus, a pair of buses that it has named sub-all, just like the name of the auxiliary input track. And then it has set the input of my auxiliary input track to be the same bus, sub-all. The next thing that I need to do is to create my audio track and to have this auxiliary input track routed to that audio track on which I'm going to print my final project. But before I do that, I'm going to need to drag these plugins in here to make sure that my final mix gets printed with these effects on it. And the other thing that I need to do as well is to make sure that I copy this automation to my auxiliary input track. So here's my auxiliary input track. I'm going to drag it down here to get it easier. And then I'm going to take that guy and copy or Command C, go up with the P key, and then Command V to paste that. Now I'm just going to remove that point, Option click, just to have a straight line there. So now we're all set, and going back to the mix window, I'm going to send the output to a new track, and it's going to be an audio track that I'm going to call bounce. So now I'm all set. I have the auxiliary input track going straight into my final bounce audio track. Record enable this track. Go back to my edit window. I can recall my memory locator number 10 to get the selection, the exact selection that I've done earlier for the bounce. So it's either by going period 10 period on the numerical keypad, or if you don't like shortcuts too much, just go under Window, Memory Locations, and recall the bounce selection memory locator in here by just clicking on it. So I'm going to double click here. Okay, great. And now we're good to go. So record and play. Okay, so we're all done here, and we have this bounce clip, and I'm gonna take out this track from record mode, double click on the file, rename it final imagine underscore, always take the good habit of writing down the date, and happy Valentine everyone, by the way. Then once this is done, I'm going to go ahead and access the clips menu and go here under export clips as file and choose wave interleaved 16-bit 44.1. You can choose whatever file format you'd like to have. Then choose, I'm going to choose the desktop and then hit export. There you go. Once this is done, I'm going to go to my desktop, and here it is. So this is my stereo interleaved file, wave file 16-bit 44.1, ready to be sent out to the client.